Hey everyone, Foxy here, and well, haven't seen you all in a couple of months, and there's a good reason behind that. Now, for the latter half of Season 1, and basically the entirety of Season 2 of Fortnite Chapter 2, I haven't really been playing as much as I used to back in Season 1, back in Chapter 1, and that's okay. I've actually been playing a lot of other games. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've gone back to CSGO.
Out my way, son! Door stuck!
And just been playing a lot of other games that I've had in my backlog. But a couple of days ago, a few hashtags caught my attention over on Twitter. And those are hashtag RIP Fortnite and hashtag thank you Epic Games or thank you Fortnite, something along those lines. And it really got me thinking after seeing everybody not only hate on the game, but actually be grateful for it. And it got me thinking, well, why do I myself enjoy this game? Why have I stuck around for 3 years now? Well, that's going to be the subject of today's video, which is also going to be the start of a new series here on this channel. So I'm going to be going through a couple of pointers as to why I like this game, why I still play it after almost 3 years. So sit back, relax, and let's get straight into the first point. 2017. What a year. It was the apex of my addiction to CSGO. Me and my friends were getting together almost every single weekend to do LAN parties and play a ton of competitive matches until the wee hours of the night. We would also watch all the majors together and try and get some souvenir drops. I was also really into the whole trading scene of the game, so whenever me and my friends weren't winning comps or having fun losing, I was in trade servers dishing out trade requests left and right. At the same time, I saw that another game was quickly gaining traction among many streamers, YouTubers, and even a couple of my Steam friends. A little indie title called Pubg.
What a fucking name.
Now, Pubg wasn't the first Battle Royale game. I believe that was H1Z1, although I could be wrong. Yes, Pubg was quickly rising as the game to play, and I really didn't pay attention to it for like a month or two until my brother told me he really wanted to play it. And usually when my brother likes a game, I tend to believe that game is good. The only time that this hasn't been the case is Daisy. But other than that, he has a really good track record. So I check it out. Yeah, it looks fun, the Battle Royale concept was fresh, and after deliberating on whether to buy it or not, something magical happened. September 26th, such a memorable day. I remember seeing a big fuss on the internet on how Epic Games swept into the whole Battle Royale genre with a new free-to-play component to, at their time, couple-month-old game Fortnite. I thought to myself as I opened the now oh-so-familiar Epic launcher, which at the time I actually forgot I had installed to play like 2 or 3 matches of Unreal Tournament. I clicked install and waited, and after about an hour of download, I jumped into that lobby, jumped into a solo match, dropped onto the bridge near Fatal Fields, beat another kid to attack shotgun, and still got fucking pickaxed to death. As I sat back after being completely wrecked in less time than it took to look for a match and to actually load in, I knew that this was a genre and a game I could really enjoy. And well, I did the only thing that was logical. I didn't touch Fortnite again for another couple months and ended up buying Pubg until December of that year. What truly sells you a game? Is it the enticing gameplay? The perfectly crafted world? The story that absolutely draws you in from the first cutscene? For me? Well, that would be a skin. Not any skin, the skin. The legendary skin that I so faithfully associated with my channel in the early days of my Fortnite content. That is none other than the Cuddle Team leader. Yes, this pink bearskin lured me into the game. Crazy, huh? Now, the time this went down was somewhere in early to mid-April of 2018. My friends and I were having a CSGO LAN party, but at this point, I was ever so lightly dabbing into Fortnite, playing a match in between CSGO breaks, and during one of these matches, I just so happened to make it to the top 5, which quickly became top 3, and then top 2. That's right, I was at the cusp of winning my first match, and as I sat behind a lonely skinny tree while baiting out the other player from one of the houses in Retail Row, I began to shake. I began to sweat. I tried controlling the spread of my AR, which was as much as back then as it is now. Until finally, I saw that oh so desired message, Victory Royale. That's right, I had won my first match. What does this have to do with Cuddle Team Leader? Nothing really, just wanted to flex my first win. Anyway, later that day while casually watching videos, I saw a video which showed off a specific skin. It was my oh so favorite pink bear, and that's when I made it my mission to purchase this skin. Little did I know at the time, but it would take me like another month to pick this skin up, and sadly, because of this, I missed out on the ever popular Season 3 skins. Damn you, Cuddle Team Leader. I love you, but you came at a cost. Fast forward from April 2018 to May of 2018. I was now blissfully spending more time on Fortnite, playing like a total noob, but having fun nonetheless. Until one day, I get my second ever win. Granted, it was sheer luck, the last few players were also scrubs like me, but I savored the win regardless, and gladly took my new glider with me. It was shortly after winning that I saw my Nvidia Shadowplay notification telling me it saved the clips of me getting those last 3 kills and my winning moment. On a pure whim, I decided why not, I'll go ahead and upload it, and just like that, I was a fleshed out Fortnite content creator, and I couldn't be happier. Sure, my next few Fortnite uploads were my other sheep wins, along with a video talking about my only problem with Fortnite, which isn't really a problem, but I just wanted to make any content that came to mind. It's worth mentioning that I really didn't make much content all throughout Season 4 and 5, but once the teasers for Season 6 came out, well, that's when I really took off making Fortnite videos, which is great, because the only thing I love more than gaming is making videos, so it was really nice to merge the two. So by this point we have all been enjoying Battle Royale for about a year, but something I stopped and asked to myself one day while playing was, what about Fortnite? Yup, that's right, I'm not only talking about how much Fortnite Battle Royale has suffered me in entertainment, but also about the actual game that is just Fortnite, or I guess now known as Save the World. So the campaign portion of Fortnite has little to no connection with Battle Royale, except for maybe Kevin and a few events here and there. Well, let me tell you right away that if you haven't played the campaign, or are simply using it as a V-Bucks generator, you should definitely give it a try. Sure, most of the gameplay does get a little bit repetitive real quick, but the actual story bits and the dialogues and the characters are just so enjoyable that it's well worth the hassle. Rey has got to easily be one of my favorite characters in all of gaming. Her charisma and wit are just so well written in my opinion that I never get tired of hearing what she has to say. All the other characters are also so well written that I genuinely feel bad when they're sad and very oftenly laugh at the jokes and banter they have between each other. I also really enjoy the little storylines they add every couple of months. It's always fun to go through these and unlock the new heroes and weapons. I think my only gripe with the mode is that the story suddenly ends after Canny Valley. Like usually after you complete a story mission before Twine Peaks, which is the last area, there is a bit of dialogue. But as soon as you arrive to Twine Peaks, there is no more character dialogue. Maybe it's because I'm early into Twine Peaks and maybe later on after progressing a while it picks up again. But for now, that is my only disappointment with Save the World, and the tedious repetitiveness of the missions. So, needless to say, my most popular Fortnite video as of making this one is my video talking about the then recently announced McFarlane Fortnite figures. I can't really express how surprised I was when that video just started gaining so many views the first week it was up, but I was happy and realized on what I could focus on that not many other Fortnite YouTubers were doing at the time, and that was talking about all the Fortnite merch that was inbound. And sure enough, more and more merch began to release, and I tended to be on it ASAP. Briefly replicating the success with my Jazzware Fortnite figure videos, I realized it was a lot of fun going through the McFarlane website, Amazon, and other retailers to see what new Fortnite merch listings they had. And what's actually quite funny is that even though I talk a lot about merch for the game, I only really own like 3 or 4 things. Those being my Switch, which I don't know if it counts since it was the Fortnite bundle, the Panini cards that I unboxed, my Fortnite Loot Llama sweater, and this Cuddle Team Leader figure, which is from a line I never really got around to covering on my channel. I know it's kind of funny that I don't actually own nothing from any of the videos I've talked about, but hey, I'll get around to it. So for almost the entire year of 2019, I was pretty focused on getting into the competitive scene of Fortnite. With the addition of the arena, I really felt compelled to play even more since now there were ranks and tournament and cash cups. So I set out to get as good as I could, and to a certain degree, I did, at least compared to previous seasons. I had a better understanding of the game's mechanics and was doing efforts of practicing as much as I could. That all led up to me joining a team and participating in a nationwide tournament organized by one of Mexico's eSports federations, where by sheer luck and not that many people participating, me and my duo were able to make it to the finals, where we sadly only placed, I believe, like somewhere between 7th and 10th place. Don't get me wrong, it was an absolutely great experience being able to kind of get the idea of how esports tournaments play out. Even if a bit lacking, it was nonetheless playing in the really competitive environment, which really felt like I had a greater purpose playing this game. I have actually since then really stopped playing competitively and even left the team I was in, because even though I was having fun, I was also stressing out because I was striving to be a better player and was having 0 to little progress, and thus whenever I played with my best friends who play this game casually, I was lashing out at them and just ruining the fun. So I decided to take a step back and just return to enjoying the game, which is where I'm at now actually. Taking the game lightly, and rather than winning while I was just seconds away from having a stroke from all the pressure, I'd much rather sit back, relax, and play with my friends and laugh at how we got wrecked by a tryhard football skin player. Even though I still get mad sometimes. For my last point, I will be talking about what is arguably one of the things that Fortnite does so much better because it's really unique to the game. It's events. It all started with a rocket event. It was like nothing I had experienced before. A once-in-a-lifetime event took place in-game. It was all live, no cutscenes, no stopping the match, no, it was happening whether you were paying attention or not, and only once. With a single event, Fortnite and Epic Games one-upped every other game on the market. And then they continued doing events, which were either just to spice things up during the season, some cross-promotion with some movie, or to progress the storyline. They were something that no fan ever wanted to miss. My favorite has to easily be the Marshmallow event, since it was an actual performance being played live, and thankfully it was actually repeated, so even though I wasn't able to enjoy it with my friends the first time around, later that day when it repeated, my friends and I had a blast listening to the music and messing around with everybody else on the server. Sadly, these events can also be pretty hit or miss when actually trying to experience them, since unless you're in game on time and queue up on time, a lot of people tend to miss out due to server issues, and I myself have actually missed out a couple of events because of this. Also, the balls to shut down the whole game for well over 2 days as part of an event, well, I gotta say, not every game can pull this off. And there you have it. It's hard to say that I've been playing the same game for almost 3 years now. I don't really think that there are many games in my life that I played for this amount of time. And even saying the same game is kind of strange because the game itself has gone through a lot of changes, not only in Save the World, but in Battle Royale as well. You know, even though it's still the same Battle Royale experience, the same name and all that, we're playing on a totally different map now. A lot of guns have come and gone, a lot of vehicles, a lot of things have just changed so much that it does at times feel like a completely different game. But yeah, there you have it. I like this game. If Epic keeps this up, you know, I still see myself playing this for another like 2 or 3 years. If they still keep bringing out some cool updates, some cool battle passes, if they still keep doing like some amazing events, then I'll definitely be there to watch as many of them as I can. And if maybe they just give a little bit more love to Save the World, then everything should be perfectly fine. So yeah, those are the main reasons that I myself enjoy Fortnite. I forgot to mention, this is in no way supposed to be a review. I am in no way trying to change your mind if you don't like the game. I'm just simply expressing my thoughts as to why this game is still very much one of my favorite games there are. Alright, so I know I haven't been uploading for a couple of months now. It has to do with the fact that, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I haven't been playing a lot of Fortnite, and a lot of the news that I've seen, you know, that's been relevant, is mainly to do with like people don't like the game anymore, people are angry for X update now, and I'm not like that. I'm not really one to cover those things. I usually just like covering the merge related stuff. I like covering leaks. I like covering a few small updates here and there, a few game concepts. That's sort of the things I like to cover, since again, I don't really want to get involved with all the negativity. And that's where this idea for these videos came along. I simply wanted to talk about things that I like. I wanted to see what you guys had to say about it. Remember, leave in the comments what you think about the game. Do you still like the game? Have you stopped playing? Do you not like the game at all? Why is that? You know, just let me know in the comments. Let's have a small conversation here. And that's actually what all of these videos are going to be about. You know, consider this sort of a reboot for my channel. Going forward, I'm just going to be talking about different things that I like, sort of in the format of this video. Of course, this is the first video that I'm doing in this series, so there's plenty of room for like small changes here and there. There's a lot of room for improvement, so that's definitely something that's going to be going down with the next few videos. And yeah, like always, just let me know your feedback. I really appreciate it. I read every single comment. I try to reply to every comment that I can. And well, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like on it. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new around here, this is the first video that you're watching mine, I would greatly appreciate it if you would be willing to subscribe. Share this video with somebody you think may enjoy it. And also remember to use my creator code in the Fortnite item shop or the Epic Games Store. I have to say this, using my creator code is considered an ad. This whole little segment is an ad since I am an Epic partner. Every time you use my creator code, I get a little bit of kickback, so I would greatly appreciate that. And yeah, I guess that's everything I really do have to say for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video for like the 5th time. Take care, especially with the whole situation going on in the world. I mean, now more than ever. Really do take care, my dudes. And I'll see you next time. Number 15.